Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Carol Bowdel, Executive National Vice President and Independent Consultant, and I am here with National Vice President Karen Creamer, Independent Consultant, and all of your Vice Presidents, and we're so jazzed to meet up on Zoom for our monthly Nation Born to Win and Better Together Nation Team Meetup. It's just great to see your smiling faces. One of my favorite things, totally brings me joy. And you all voted last month to have our team training this month via a Zoom call, and so we responded, and here we are. So we may choose to go forward this way as we love this online option so that we can include everyone in our teams near and far, in-state, out-of-state, inside the country, outside the country. We have a global business, and it's wonderful that we can connect this way. And we may also choose to go forward doing some of our team meetings on Zoom as we're doing tonight, and some at the Novi Library, some guest events, but we will also include everybody and do those Facebook Live or something. So we don't ever want anyone to be left out. But I'm glad that you chose to be on this call tonight. Your monthly team meetup, or what I like to call your board meeting, is really important for you and the success of your business. So thank you for getting on the Zoom call or listening to the recording. It's important to show up for your monthly team training for the connection, to be in the loop so you know what's going on, and most importantly, the great training where one idea can be just what you needed to take your business to the next level. It's also important to refuel. You guys, we've got to always be filling our cups so we can go forward and be able to fill other people's cups too. And we can't share this amazing business with others from an empty cup. Don't you agree? So you're going to get to hear from all your VPs tonight, but I'm going to get started by welcoming everyone from all the countries that we're involved in. And some of you may be on the call with us tonight. And that includes the United States and Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, and also Taiwan. So welcome. And I would like to turn the call over to Regional Vice President Carrie Lyons, and she's going to share with us our April month at a glance. So Carrie, you got to unmute yourself.
There we go. Thank you, Carol. So I have the April month at a glance. I just printed it right off from the source, which I recommend you all doing in the beginning of the month, plus paying attention to the emails that come out afterwards, because there's always adjustments and things that come from Arbonne. So first thing is our Pure Perks item. Most of you probably already know this, but it's the entire ABC set, plus a little bathing mitt. And it's an additional 25% off the PC or the consultant price. So it's a huge deal. Call all your friends that have kids or people that wear the sunscreen or use the diaper cream. It's an incredible, really incredible savings and a great shower gift for people as well. Next up is for GTC for consultants that are attending. We know that there's an I Want It All set. We know that it's for attendees available just the 19th through the 22nd. And it's 50% off and free shipping. But this year we can also pick it up at from GTC, or you can ship home for free, either way. And when you get an I Want It All set, you qualify for a $50 off your 2019 GTC registration, plus a free keychain, so everyone can walk around showing off their free keychain. And if you purchase two, then you get a free coupon. There's going to be 2 new products that are getting launched in May. So you will be able to get those for free. So that's a great incentive. I always get 2 sets anyways, one for myself and then one to share with others. So I definitely recommend 2 anyways. So for GTC non-attendees, so if you have consultants that are just unable to attend, there will be an ASVP that's available the 19th through the 30th. That will be available. It is 50% off. It will be different than the one offered at GTC. And there's also no free shipping. But if they're a virtual attendee and they get this ASVP, they will qualify for the $50 off their 2019 registration fee. So another incentive to tune in virtually. Plus, just announced, the cellular renewal mask is a free gift for anyone that previously registered virtually or currently registered up until 11:59 p.m. on the 16th. Those attendees virtually will receive the free cellular renewal mask. The free gift does come with their next order placed after the 19th. So it's like a double bonus. When they order their new products, they'll get their cellular renewal mask then. Another thing that just came out was that on April 19th, there will be a few different prices on some things. So just make sure you close out any events that you have by April 13th. And on the source, there's a new digital brochure for the Calm and the Clear Future lines, which is pretty cool. And then finally, the Surprise and Delight bags are still out, and we do get $25 QV on that. So it is a great way to get products into people's hands, especially preferred clients that want to try new things. And then finally, we get our first pay tomorrow, weekly pay commissions, and Kathy Ray has more information on that for us. So take it away, Kathy Ray.
Okay, everyone, welcome to our Nation meeting. I'm super excited about Pure Pay. Anything to do with numbers and how we get paid, I am all over. So first I want to just go over a couple of kind of nitty-gritty things. What you want to do, if you haven't already, is go on the Arbonne website and go into the portal. You can either go through right through Arbonne, or I just went through the portal, which is arbonnepurepay.hyperwallet.com. It was super easy to do the sign up. It walks you through all the registration, and then automatically it's going to give you a Visa debit, that's where your stuff is going to automatically go. I didn't want that, so I set it up to go in just like my Arbonne goes into my bank account. I was able to go in and set up my bank account. It's super easy to do that, and then you just can say, once you get your bank account set up there, or if you want it dumped to your Visa prepaid credit card, either one, neither of those have a charge to them. You can go in and there's a little box right to the right of that where you can check and say auto or automatic. That way you'll get your pay every Tuesday automatically. Now, if you don't want to get a paycheck automatically every Tuesday, let's say, hey, I want to keep getting my checks monthly, don't pick that. Don't pick the automatic. You won't get paid until you go in and release the funds. So you could actually go in there and say, you know, I kind of want to save this money for something special, so I'm going to leave it on this thing in my Arbonne account, and when I'm ready for the money, then you can go in and have it transferred over, which I think is kind of cool. You know, you have a lot of options with this. You can get paid weekly, you can get paid monthly, or you can choose when you decide to get this money. So if you don't really want to get paid weekly, you're in total control of how this works. You're in total control of how you get paid, whether it goes on the prepaid debit card, whether it goes into your bank account. For a small fee, you can have it transferred right to one of your normal credit cards or through a PayPal account. So you've got a lot of variety in there on when you get paid, how you get paid, where you get paid, and all of that. There's no minimum payment. So let's say you only have like $5 coming to you, you'll still get your $5. It's not going to wait until you get up to a certain amount. You can still access your commission statements and your override statements in your My Office. So commission statements will be available for under the Success Line tab. So they're going to be in two different places. Our overrides are going to go into My File, like we normally get it under Me, and then under your file cabinet. But your other ones are going to be under your Success Line tab. So play around with it. This is all through the source. So it's really, really super easy. I mean, I did it. It took me 5 minutes, like totally not even 5 minutes to set everything up. There really isn't anything more to it, but I do want to spend just 1 minute on something. I'm going to share my screen for 1 minute on something because I think this is super important. I can't tell you how excited I am on this, that we're in charge of our paychecks. Let's say you go out and up through April, well, it goes through Friday, whatever you get in there through Friday, you're going to get paid the next Tuesday. So let's say for your check on the April 10th, which is tomorrow, you've sold 2 ASVPs. Your check is going to be $97.35. Let's say this week you're going to go out and you're going to sell two nutrition ASVPs. $93 in your paycheck next Tuesday, April 24th and May 1st. So these are your 4 really April kind of pays, the weeks that you're going to work in April. So as you're going to have $2,013 in PQV. That's just your own personal that you've been out doing. It doesn't count anything that anybody else has done from these 9 ASVPs. So you're going to earn an override of, as a district manager, of about $104. That plus all of this that you've earned almost $550 as a district manager on just your own volume, on just what you have done. This doesn't include any PCs that automatically you've already got signed up and they've gone in and they've placed orders, or any clients that have gone in and placed orders. It doesn't count any of that. I don't know about you, but I have bills that come in, and let's say I get an electric bill and it's $140. Well, you know what? If I know that's coming next week, I can go out and I can sell a nutrition and 2 RE9 ASVPs, and I've got my electric bill covered. Okay, so pay your cell phone bill, pay for a vacation. You are now in control of how much you earn. So I'm going to stop sharing and turn it back over to, I'm not sure who I'm turning this over to, but whoever it is amazing.
You know what? I'm going to have to say a little something here. And I need to, I don't have my, okay, here's what I just want to say for a second, because you're going to have a lot of questions probably tonight or anytime. And I want you to know that if you have questions or if something's mentioned that you don't quite understand tonight, put it in the chat box, because Kathy's monitoring our chat box, and we don't want you to leave tonight without your questions answered, or out without you not understanding something. And the Pure Pay weekly commissions will be paid only on your client and PC orders. All your overrides will still be paid once a month. So if you don't have preferred clients, or then you won't get this monthly pay. So you want to make sure that you are sponsoring preferred clients, and or of course if you already have existing preferred clients or but you're taking care of them. Yes, Kathy.
Carol, I put a link in the chat box.
Great. And all these questions you might have too, please go to the source and look up Pure Pay, because I bet you all your questions will be answered there as well. Really learn this and know this. Mm-hmm. So now we'd like to turn this over to Molly Hewlett, who is going to be sharing an important announcement with us about our ICC page. Go, Molly. Unmute yourself in the little corner there.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So if you haven't done so already, we need to go and like and follow the Arbonne ICC page found on Facebook. It's basically just a one-stop shop for Arbonne shareable assets, corporate updates, and then lots of short mini trainings on sponsoring and leadership. And then too, if you're on the home page, you can look over to the right and you're going to see what's new section. For example, right there now is the GTC sneak peek that starts tomorrow, in 2 o'clock Pacific daytime or daylight time. And then if you look right above that, you're going to see a blue box, and it's the send message. So you can ask a question that you have in the messenger box, and then a virtual assistant, the Arbonne robot, will help you out. And typically it says they respond back within the hour, or at least within the first 24 hours. So just make sure you go and like and follow the Arbonne ICC page down on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Molly. And now we're going to turn it over to Corey Foster. We're so excited to hear from you tonight, and she's going to talk to us about sponsoring. Are you there, Corey? We can't hear you yet. Unmute yourself, please.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, just tweaking a few things on my laptop. It's bedtime at my house right now, so I'm downstairs in my basement, and my husband set a little space up on his workbench for me.
Aw.
So yeah, so I am going to talk about sponsoring consultants. And this is actually from a training that I did for our local region last week. And actually, it originally came from a training that I did with Tami Ray on one of her calls last fall. So you guys might notice some familiar stuff here if you ever listen to that call. So Karen had tasked me with training on sponsoring consultants after I shared that it was something that I felt I needed help with myself. And then I was like, I see what you're doing. In order for me to get proficient at something, I need to learn how to teach it. Okay, so here we are. So sponsoring consultants, it's the easiest thing we do in Arbonne, right? You guys would all be laughing if we were like all together, right? And it's one of the most important things we do in Arbonne, and it's the hardest thing we do in Arbonne. And it's easy, logistically speaking, because to actually physically register someone as a consultant, we just use our Arbonne website, $79, get someone started, they're linked to us forever, super easy peasy, right? One of the most important things we do in Arbonne is sponsoring consultants, because we all know it's the lifeblood of our business. It's how our business grows exponentially and how it duplicates. And it's how we share the gift and really get in and change lives. So it's critical to our success. We can't sell our way to the top in Arbonne. It's just not possible. But we can share and we can sponsor our way there. And not only that, we help other people get there. So our success is imprinted in the very steps we take to grow. And sponsoring is hard because we make it hard, period. The end. Sponsoring is 97% mindset, 2% logistics, and 1% numbers. And I totally made that up. But you can see where I'm going with this, because mindset is really the most important. Logistics is easy, like I said. Numbers are also easy. If you're getting in front of 40 faces a month, which we've talked about ad nauseum, the more people you talk to, share the opportunity with, and actually ask to take a look at the business, the more people we're going to sponsor. But mindset is the most important, and the foundation of mindset is belief. Belief dictates mindset. There is so much power in it. ENVP Lisa Voorhees had said that your business will rise and fall on belief. Belief will make or break your success. It's the gas in your tank. You won't get very far at all without it. And you do need to keep refilling it, especially to keep your mindset right. So you have to believe that you are worthy of growing an amazing, vibrant, dynamic team. You have to believe that you can and that you are attracting quality, fun, hardworking, healthy-minded servant leaders of integrity to your team. Belief dictates your mindset, which governs your outlook, which improves your posturing, which maximizes your confidence. And confidence is very sexy. It's very attractive, and we'll talk more about that later. So belief is what writes our inner stories. If you think you have good, positive, healthy, strong beliefs about your Arbonne business and you're not sponsoring consultants, then you don't have it, which is a pretty tough fact to swallow. But when I came to that realization, I definitely needed to hear it too. So I know if I needed it, someone else out there does too. This means that there's a crack in your belief somewhere. Usually it's your belief in yourself, or perhaps your belief in network marketing, social marketing, but you need to figure out where that crack in your belief is and then work on patching it up. You want to fill it with good things. What helps me quite a bit is I look for motivational videos on YouTube and studying success. There's tons out there. I could give you some of my favorites. Listening to your Learn and Burns, even if you don't get them monthly, you can download them off the source. And I understand there's also a new app for these now, which makes it even easier. Listen to SoundCloud trainings in our nation. And of course, it's available to everybody. Donna Johnson's weekly Ghoul for the Gold. Those are gems. Read your personal growth books. I literally have a library in my house. So go to the library and check out a few. Listen to positive, upbeat music. And everything that I just mentioned is free. It's stuff that doesn't necessarily have to cost you a lot of money. It's just requiring consistent action and your time. So go to work on yourself. If your belief is low and you're doing all these things, then come talk to me about what to do next. We'll figure it out. So we all have inner chatter going on between our ears. Our self-talk, we all know most of it is unconscious. And our greatest enemy is right here. It's between our ears. It's within our own head. We spend too much time in our own heads, and our heads are constantly telling us stories. These are based on programming, old and new, regardless of truth. This inner monologue is constantly at work, and it's most likely badgering us with negativity. So let me share an example with you. If you hesitate to ask somebody to take a look at this business, it's because you're writing a story for that in your head. You are writing a story in your own head that may or may not have any basis in reality. And if it's leaning towards the negative based on your own preconceptions and misguided beliefs about what they are going to say, then this is something that you are creating that doesn't exist yet. So stop writing stories for other people. I think our brains are trying to protect us from rejection. I know my brain likes to imagine every scenario ever in the hopes that if I think it in advance, it won't happen or I won't be surprised. But really what you're doing is writing a story and creating a scenario that doesn't yet exist, and it likely may never exist, about why this person would say no to you. So look at people instead as if they are a blank slate, full of potential and full of love, someone that is willing to embrace what you have to say, not someone that's cold and judging you, because chances are they're not. What other people think of us is none of our business, but also we'd be really surprised at how often people don't think about us because they're too busy focused on themselves. So who are we to keep this gift of Arbonne from other people? We have no idea what's going on in somebody else's life. Our responsibility is only to offer the business to them, and then they can do with that whatever they need to do. But don't write the story for them as to why they would not want to do Arbonne with you. Don't discount the opportunity that you have to give to somebody else and change someone else's life. What if that person shows up at the next local meeting and they're getting sponsored by somebody else? What if you're afraid that they'll say no to you, and then 2 months later they're getting recognized on another team or even in another company for promoting to their first management level, and you were simply too chicken to ask them 2 months ago to take a look? Don't ever let that happen. That's actually happened to me. The worst that someone else can do is say no. And I guarantee anyone that says no to you is going to say it much more kindly than anything else that you could say to yourself in your own head. We are our own worst enemies, and no one has ever said anything to me out loud that was more unkind than anything that I say to myself in my head on the regular. And rejection is God's protection anyway. We've all heard this, so we have nothing to fear and nothing to lose. We've all heard what you think about, you bring about. You attract what you're thinking about. Your brain will also believe what you tell it to believe. So if we can use our brains to torture ourselves with crazy fears and irrational stories, then we can use our brains for good. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So go to work on you, being the best you that you can possibly be. Powerful, loving, confident you. Beautiful, special, talented you. Love and nurture yourself. Talk to yourself like you would a small, sweet, innocent, loving child. Fill yourself with good things. So get to work on what's between your ears. Les Brown had quoted an old African proverb, "If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm." So my challenge to you is this. The next time you're sitting down with somebody or you're thinking of somebody that you want to share the business with, picture them saying this to you. You know, I really hope she wants to share her Arbonne business with me. I'm actually looking forward to what she has to say about it. I'm looking forward to hearing, what it's all about. And maybe this is something that I'm looking for. I hope she wants to share her business with me. I hope she loves her business enough to want to share it with me. I hope she values her business enough to share it with me. And I hope she values me enough to want to share it with me. But I'm too scared to ask her anything about it, so I'm just going to sit here till she brings it up. And if it is important, she'll ask me. So just keep that one in mind. People are like spiders. They are more afraid of you than you are of them. Do you have any idea how many people live in legit fear? They cover it up well, but people are terrified, you guys. There is so much to be afraid of. And if you allow fear to take over, you'll find more things to fear. People fear lack. They fear scarcity. They fear bills and debt. They fear losing a job, and they fear going to work because they hate their jobs. They fear for their safety. They fear for their kids. And they fear talking to people. They fear eye contact. Seriously, who do you know that goes to work every day and doesn't make eye contact with people in the hallway that they see every day? And people are afraid of the phone, okay? It's not unique to just Arbonne people, making calls. People don't want to answer the phone. So in this culture of fear, people respect confidence. When you approach somebody with confidence about this business, if it's not a fit, they will tell you, but people respect the confidence that it took to ask. And try to be sincere about it, because people can smell fakeness from a mile away. But if you fake your confidence and at least take some deep breaths and hold your head high, then you can definitely get your point across that you're serious about your message. We have a golden gift to share with others. What they do with it is up to them. But if you approach them knowing what you have and being confident and calm and kind and keeping it objective and about business and not making it about you, they'll respond accordingly. But people will not respond the way that you want them to if you approach them without confidence. Confidence is key. It is gold. And if you think that you know somebody's life because of what you see on Facebook, you really don't. So you have no idea how your life and your business can impact somebody else. You have no idea the impact you can make upon a stranger. Just ask RVP Carrie Lyons. So go ahead and ask. You have to choose your moment, which I'll talk about a little bit more. Listen to your intuition and when the time is right, but take your 30 seconds of insane courage and ask. It's not about you anyway. Someone's response to you is the worst they can do is say no or not right now, but people are watching you and they're going to watch your success. They're going to want to see how you do and they're going to want to see your tenacity. They're going to want to see if you don't give up. They want to see you stick it out. Because even if they're never interacting with you, especially on social media, if they're never commenting or posting or interacting with the stuff that you post, they're still paying attention. People are still looking to see how this plays out in your life and how serious you are about it. And they're going to be taking mental notes to see if this is something that they want to do. Nobody that gets into Arbonne jumps in right away, except for RVP Carrie Lyons. She's the exception. Very few people actually do. They're watching their sponsor and they're watching other people around them get successful or listening to dream stealers around them, and that's when they disappear. They do these things before they decide to take the leap. Why? Again, people are scared. People are scared of change, scared to rock the boat, to try something new. So when you are brave, you step up and step out of your comfort zone. You give other people permission to be brave too. You set the bar. So it is up to you to be brave or to at least do it scared and do it anyway. And trust me, people are noticing. They are watching. You being brave gives them courage. People fear and crave connection with the same intensity. And when they do that, when you reach out and connect with them authentically from your heart, they recognize that fear that they would have experienced doing the same thing, and they honor that courage that it took for you to reach out, and they listen. So your courage inspires them, no matter how big or how small the courageous act is. Courage also inspires connection. People don't necessarily join us because of something we said or did, but because of the connection that they feel with us. So focus less on the verbiage and saying the right things necessarily, and focus more on creating a connection with them. When people sense that you truly care about them and want to get to know them and hear their stories, then you make them feel important, and that's what makes people want to join us. Seek to understand them and not to just get your point across. Focus on creating an authentic relationship. And these take time. Sometimes Arbonne can enter the conversation and sometimes it's not the right time. Trust your intuition. If the person that you're sharing Arbonne with is a newish acquaintance, the right time to share Arbonne with them might not be the day you meet. So really just focus on getting to know them and asking them questions. Being interested instead of interesting. We've all heard that before. Focus on getting to know them and what makes them tick. So taking the emotion out of your activity and out of sponsoring. To run your business like a business, you have to take the emotion out of your activity. See your daily 3 to 10 or whatever asks that you're doing as a mandatory part of your daily to-do list and just get it done. I know that sounds like a daunting task, but we are all used to working really hard and we're used to getting stuff done because that's just what we do no matter what our days demand of us. So just get it done. If you had a job and your boss laid out 5 tasks for you to accomplish daily, would you do them as efficiently and effectively and at the top of your game as possible, knowing that this is what you go to work to do? Or would you fall to emotional pieces every time you sat at your desk and procrastinate, hem and haw, and wring your hands and wonder if, you can do this, if you're worthy of the task before you, or what your clients are going to think, or what your boss is going to think, or if you're going to do a good enough job? Of course not. You're at work. This is what you came here to do. So you sit down, you look at what you have to do, and you get to work. Stop thinking about it, because thinking about it is exhausting. We all know that overthinking anything in Arbonne is exhausting. So stop letting your emotions get in the way of your success. Utilize the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins. Count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. If you've not read the book, I highly recommend getting it before GTC, because she's our speaker. This trick stops your brain from talking you out of doing something, so you can just focus on the task at hand. Attach yourself to the activity and not the outcome. We cannot control who joins us in Arbonne. We cannot control who shops with us. We cannot control who signs up. We cannot control who leaves. We cannot control who sticks. We can only control how many people we talk to and ask to take a look at this business. And to meet with 40 faces a month in parties or one-on-ones or drop-offs or whatever, we have to ask a lot of people. Again, numbers game. So learn to fall in love with asking. Fall in love with the excitement of prospecting. Excitement and anxiety build the same emotions in the body. So focus on excitement. Focus on what I shared earlier. Imagine that person just waiting for you to be brave and to ask them. You never know what they are hoping for. We've also talked in the past about the Ashley Stone training on her texting verbiage for getting together with 30 people in 30 days. So please consider implementing that reach out method to fill your calendar. You can find that on the source now. It's all over. There's a YouTube video, and it's a really powerful way to just jump in and reach out and get your calendar full with one-on-ones. And your prospects will be helping you to grow. So I highly recommend jumping in with that. I also stumbled upon some verbiage from a video that I saw on Eric Worre's website. And it's really intended for somebody that you are maybe acquaintances with, you're on each other's social media, but you might not necessarily have a deep connection yet. And this is the 3 C's method. It's called Crazy Compliment Confidence. So as if I was talking to Carrie Lyons. Hey, Carrie, you're going to think I'm crazy. I get it. That's your icebreaker. And then you're going to give them a compliment. But I keep seeing you pop up on my Facebook newsfeed, and you always look like you're having so much fun with your friends and your kids, and you're absolutely gorgeous, and you're so well connected. And then you're going to give her some confidence. I think you would be absolutely incredible at what I do. What are your thoughts about working with me? And then you'll customize it and tailor it to that person, and you really want to make your compliments genuine and sincere. But if you leave it with the open-ended question, what are your thoughts about working with me? It's a really great segue to more conversation about the business and about them joining your team. Here are some affirmations that I use, because affirmations are super important. And if you don't have a few that you say to yourself every day, I'll give you some of mine. These are some of my own affirmations that I use to get my own mindset right when it comes to sponsoring. We've all heard, I am a business builder magnet. I am a sponsoring superstar. Another one is, I am a highly valued, in-demand, and well-loved Arbonne consultant. People see and admire what I do and want to join my team. People are excited to hear from me when I reach out by text or by messenger. People feel like sunshine on the inside after having spent time with me. I have a gift to share, and other people want to join Arbonne because of working with me. People feel loved and cared for when I reach out to them. People feel honored and valued when I reach out to them. My confidence inspires people and makes them want to know more about what I do. I am loved, respected, valued, and safe. 30 seconds of insane courage, actually more like 10. You never know what will happen. So practice seeing people and holding them in love and possibility. They are happy to see you, and they want to hear what you have to say. So focus on reaching out, making the connections, and fostering those connections, and ask, because you never know how people are going to respond. Stop writing stories for what you think they will do or say. Summon up your courage, do the asking, and trust that the outcome is for your highest good. Repeat, repeat, repeat consistently. Tell yourself good stories that you are smart, beautiful, courageous, and brave. You are fun and driven. You are changing lives every single day for the better. Rejection is God's protection. There is no losing, only lessons, and everything is always working out for your highest good. So start where you are with what you have, because what you have is plenty. And that's all I got.
That was fabulous, wasn't it, you guys? Oh my gosh, clap your hands. That was awesome. You had so much good in there, and I know that I'm speaking for everyone when I say, please write those affirmations out for all of us so that we can read them over and over. Thank you. That was great. And now I'm going to turn this call over to Tami Ray. And she's going to talk about some inviting verbiage. Perfect follow-up.
Hey, everybody. That couldn't have been, I mean, it was like we talked and planned this, Corey. It's just perfect. Our trainings go hand in hand. And everything you said, it just was making me think about Cecilia Stoll saying that this business doesn't take confidence, it takes courage. And you're right. And the reason we panic is because we care so much. Honestly, we do. We care so much about what we're doing, and we want to do it right, and we want to connect in the best way, and you know, we just want it to come out right. So think about that, like courage, you know, and that fear is really just coming because we care so much. So just, I love how you said courage inspires connection. And that's really what I wanted to talk about is, yeah, do it nervous, do it scared, do it when you're stuttering and stumbling, and people will honor that. They'll honor that it took courage for you to ask. So our whole goal here is to become a master connector and to find something that connects you to that person. So just like Corey was saying, we can't really position Arbonne until we hear a discontent, until we hear a need, until we have a reason to bring it up, right? And so I just wanted to give a few examples of ways to connect and, you know, some verbiage too. So I was actually sitting at the dental office in the waiting room, and this gentleman, and honestly, I would not have talked to this gentleman. He was way across on the other side of the room. But he started talking to me. He was like a really friendly guy, and turns out he's in real estate, and he wanted to know, whatever, am I from this side of town? Do I see this dentist often? Blah, blah, blah. Because this was his first time there. So he basically wanted a good review of this dentist. And so anyway, we were just talking about the most common thing in that moment. You know what I mean? We're sitting at the dental office. He wanted to know my opinion of the dentist. So that just made sense. And anyway, we ended up chit-chatting, and he's asking what I do. Okay, well, here's my chance to say a little something that will cause intrigue, right? And I said that I teach people how to combat the toxic interference in their life, and, you know, with clean eating. And he was like, what are you talking about? So then, you know, I got to share a little bit more, and it was just like these little bite-sized pieces of intrigue. And I said, well, I just get so passionate because this clean eating program has literally changed my life. And, you know, if I sent you a video, would you watch it? You know, I'd love to share with you. And he said, well, yeah, I totally need this. And turns out he had lost his wife. He's raising 2 daughters now. He needs to know how to cook. And I said, well, there's grocery lists and meal plans. He's like, yeah, I would be so interested in this. So anyway, I sent him some videos. He wasn't ready for April, but he said he would like to join for May. You guys, this is so cool. But I had to kind of wait, you know, for him to get through, you know what I mean? I had to wait for the opening. So here's another example. So say you're at the grocery store, and you know, you're going up and down the aisles, and you keep running into the same person because they're going up and down the same aisles, and there's a crazy, you know, whatever, a 3-year-old running around and pushing on your cart or whatever, you know, and the mom is apologizing like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you know, my kid, you know, I'm so sorry for my kid. And you say, oh my goodness, you know, no problem at all. And I see your kid is just high energy, and that's awesome. And the mom says, yeah, I wish I had that kind of energy. Do you see? That was the opening right there. And just like Corey said, you know what? You're going to think I'm the crazy lady at the grocery store, but I have a business. And in my business, we teach nutrients over stimulants. And we have this amazing B vitamin drink called Fizz Sticks. And I don't know if you'd want to try it. You can, you know, I can send you the ingredients and stuff if you're into it. But I don't know, would that sound like something that's interesting to you? Because it would give you energy like a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? Or just something, and you can stumble over it, but it's enough to cause intrigue and possibly exchange contact info. I wanted to have Amy jump on here, Amy Bellinger. Are you there, Amy? And just share, because she had another great example of connecting with someone in her business networking group.
Thanks, Tami. So I'm in a networking group. I'm sure some of you are as well. And like most networking groups, when we get started, everybody goes around the table, we give our introductions. And after you go to a group for a while, you start to see the same people. But this particular week, there was somebody new. And so she introduced herself and she told us that she was an attorney and that she worked for a firm, working 60 plus hours a week. And I thought, ooh, that doesn't sound too good. But, you know, everybody went around and we all finished speaking. And when the introductions were done and the meeting was pretty much over, everybody was kind of just chit-chatting. And I thought, you know, I'd really like to talk to her some more. And so she was sort of sitting across the table from me. And she said, you know, we kind of talked about, I had a sample that I offered to anybody. And she said, my husband's always looking for, you know, healthy, safe products. He makes me throw things away if they don't have good ingredients. I said, well, why don't you take this home and you guys can try it? And she's like, oh, that'd be great. You know, I really would like to get pregnant sometime in the next year. And I said, oh, that's so exciting. You know, can you see yourself working 60 plus hours a week? Because she told us that she was, and that she was looking for a different job. She was like, well, I don't really know. And I said, I know it's going to sound kind of crazy, but can you see yourself doing something like I do? She goes, I don't know enough people. She immediately threw out her objection right away. And I said, you know what? We all think that. I thought that. That's why I come to meetings like this, so that I can meet new people. Would you want to grab a cup of coffee and I can just tell you a little bit more? And she said, that'd be great. So we exchanged cell phone numbers. We texted each other. We met up for coffee. And now we have a new relationship. We had a great conversation and we're just taking it from there. So a little bit of courage can go a long way.
Love it. That was such a great connecting question though, Amy. And I applaud you for the courage for asking. Would you ever, you know, consider doing what I do? Is, you know, working 60 hours a week something you want to do after having a baby? You know, do you have a backup plan? I love those questions because no matter what their response is, they're going to be thinking about it and a seed was planted. So awesome. I'm so excited. And thank you so much for sharing that. So I just wanted to share a little bit of verbiage, perhaps for someone that we know and we're just reaching out to. Maybe we haven't talked to them in a while. Maybe we're Facebook friends, something like that. And I'm happy to post this too, but it's something I'm doing, reaching out to people right now and just trying to get a conversation going. So hi, Jennifer, you're probably going to think I'm so crazy sending this to you, or another way to say it is maybe this is coming from out of left field, or, you know, I know this is so out of the blue. You could say all of those things, but I cannot get you off my mind. And I love that because people like to be thought of. So you're probably going to think I'm so crazy for sending this, but I cannot get you off my mind. When I first started my health and wellness business, when I first started my Arbonne business, you're one of the first people that I thought about. You've been on my chicken list for a year and a half, and I'm finally just making this happen. And you guys, that's being vulnerable. That's taking courage. They're going to honor that courage, okay? If I send you a video talking about this 30-day plan that has so profoundly impacted my life, would you watch it? They're not, you know what I mean? They're gonna honor you for saying, oh my goodness, what changed your life? Sure, love you, take a look. If I send you this, would you take a look at it? If I sent you the directions to our healthy happy hour this week, would you come? If I invited you to our Discover Arbonne online, you know, this week, would you consider watching it? You know, however you want to say, if I, would you? And some people will say, no, I appreciate it, thank you. Great, no problem. Check back with them later because their circumstances may change. Put them on your list, check back with them. Or they might say, sure, I'll take a look. So perfect. You know, what they can watch the video or whatever you've invited them to, follow up. Did you get a chance to watch it? What did you think? What did you like best? Can I, you know, do you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes to connect? You know, I'd love to chat on the phone, on Zoom, on Facebook Messenger, however people need to connect. And then you can ask them questions and get to know them and figure out how you can position Arbonne, or if there's even a need for Arbonne. Do they love what they're doing? If they're just like, it pays the bills, you could say, well, so what you're saying is you're not real passionate about what you're doing. You know what I mean? And just get them to say a little more, because that could be some wiggle room to talk a little bit about the business. Or you just need to ask more questions. You need to get into a position where you can have a conversation to ask more questions. But always start with, you're going to think I'm crazy. I know this is totally out of left field. We haven't talked in a while. I know this is so out of the blue. And end with, I totally get it. This might not be your thing, but you know so many people. You probably know someone that this plan could help. Would you do me a favor and just hear me out? And so that, you know, if someone comes to mind, if this could be a way that could help them too. You know what I mean? Because this is so profoundly impacted my life. Would you just do me a favor and hear me out? That would be amazing. So that's our challenge, is to become a master connector with all the, you know, to be a master connector and to bring everyone we meet into a positive relationship with us, first of all, because we want them to know us and like us and trust us, but also a positive relationship with Arbonne. So there you go. I hope that's helpful, and I'll be happy to share that verbiage.
Tami, that was awesome. And we all, wouldn't we all, shake your head yes, love to hear you share that verbiage. Thank you so much, Amy, Tami, that was great. Appreciate you so much. We're going to take this right now to recognition with Karen Premer. Would you lead our recognition tonight, Karen?
Yes, thank you so much, Carol. You know, everybody, this is so exciting that I get to share this category with you. And I want to congratulate everyone on this Zoom tonight, because you're getting nuggets that are going to make you in the recognition for next month too. So leaders learn all the time. So I'm just going to go really fast in the effort of time, but listen up for your name. And if your name is not here, I still want to congratulate you, because you're a valuable part of this business. So top sponsoring stars that have done 4 or more 150 plus consultants. And this is the recognition for March. Rita Otto, Lynn Wolf, Paula Prisby, Emily Manuel, Kristen Broker, Anne Marie Seibel, Catherine Dodd, Teresa Crow, Jessica Pilgrim, and you know, every month, you guys know that we do the VP percentage of sponsoring. So it's our own little competition for all the VPs. So here we go. We're going to list the VPs and what percentage that we are. If you're texting me, I can't read it. Sorry. All right. So the percentage of people that, you know, that actually
come in with 150 order, right?
Exactly, because the text messages keep going over my words, so sorry.
Oh, nobody texts anymore, the VPs.
Thank you. Okay, the Tami Ray and Region team, 100%. Congratulations. Kathy Ray and team, 93%. Carol Bowdel and Region team, 90%. That's a great success rate from last month, Carol.
Yes, it is. We really went up.
Paula Prisby Region, 90%. Karen Premer, 92%. Carrie Lyons, 100%. Congratulations. Debbie Thompson, 73%. Heather Justice, 69%. And Jessica Crow, 85%. Congratulations to all of you on those teams. And the cash bonus earners in March, and there's quite a few, is Sherry Hollifield, Mandy Meeher. I hope I said that right. That's in the Paula Prisby region, sorry. Paula, you can fix it. Alyssa Reed, Anne Marie Seibel. So congratulations to all of you. And they got an extra $100, and the district managers get an extra $200 cash bonus for having 5,000 in their central district and 5 new preferred clients or independent consultants. So Tami Ray, Rita Otto, Erin Zadowski, Kristen Boker, Carrie Lyons, Teresa Crow, Jessica Pilgrim, Catherine Dodd, Holly Taylor, Heather Justice, and Susan Malsum. Congratulations.
Woo!
And area managers get a $400 bonus for doing $20,000 new volume plus 10 new consultants or independent PCs. Kathy Ray, Tami Ray, Heather Justice, Carrie Lyons, Debbie Thompson, and Teresa Crow. Congratulations to all of you. And the regional vice presidents get a $600 cash bonus when they do $60,000 in their region plus 30 new recruits. And that would be the Carol Bowdel region and the Karen Priemer region. So congratulations. Now the Selfie Light incentive, we're going to see it at GTC, I know. And they're that's Shine Bright incentive. So congratulations to all of you. Lynn Wolf, Paula Prisby, Mandy Meeher, Kristen Boker, Emily Manuel, Teresa Crow, Catherine Dodd, Carrie Lyons, Jessica Pilgrim, and Holly Taylor. Congratulations to all of you. Now the GT cash earners, we didn't have a category to look at this, so I got some of you, but I don't know everybody for sure. But Rita Otto, Paula Prisby, Carrie Lyons, Heather Justice, Jessica Crow, and Catherine Dodd that I know of, and Tami, oh, well, that's another one. The Arbonne incentive trip earners. You guys, I'm so proud of all of you. Level 1, Carol Bowdel, Carrie Lyons, Debbie Thompson, and Heather Justice. And level 2, I have to do a drum roll for this. Okay, Tami Ray. Congratulations, Tami Ray. All right. And then district managers and qualification, and hold your breath because here we go. These are consultants that, you know, they're up for their first level of promotion and an 8% pay raise along with gifts and recognition. All right, so I'm going to mention their names, but I'm also going to mention who brought them in, if I know. Lynn Wolf by Tami Ray, Angela Wolkford by Kathy Oakford, Lauren Altenbert by Chris Smith, Tammy Hollowitz by Betty DeRoker, Ellen Kusin by Rita Otto, Andrea Fenwick by Lynn
Hughes.
Thank you. Got cut off. Felicia Laughlin by Erin Godosky, Heather Burek by Kathy Ray, Jesse Lucani, sponsored by Kathy Ray, Sherry Hollifield by Tami Ray, Beverly Sleeper by Kathy Oakford, Diane Kopp by Francine Jordan, Jolene Freck by Marcy Mimikos, Heather Craver by Susan Britton, and Cynthia Kadur by Tammy Tamelko. That was in the Carol Bowdel area region. And in the Paula Prisby, we have Erica Kollick, Lauren Gardner, Katrin Henke, Cindy King, Tracy Knutson, Julie Mayer, Mandy Mayer, and Ann Wade. And congratulations to all of you. And in the Karen Priemer Nation, we have Karen Buchard by Holly Taylor, Joe Vobel by Heather Justice, Samantha Cloam by Carrie Lyons. Oh, I totally butchered that name. You know, my phone kept auto-correcting things, so I apologize. Some of these names were changed and I just know them, so forgive me if I messed this up. You know who you are and you can fix it in the comments. So forgive me. Katie Davis by Joanna Draher, Barbara Dobbs, Teresa Crow, Caitlin Edwards by Susan Malsum, Leslie Gibbon by Teresa Crow, Jessica Greer, Jessica Arnold, Liz Heineck by Carrie Lyons, Kathy Hutchins, Jessica Pilgrim, Laura Lychok, Carrie Lyons, Terry Madigan, Carrie Lyons, Dan Chester McKeever, Holly Taylor, Lily Morehouse, Allison Lazares, Jill Peoples, Hannah Peoples, Barbara Dobbs, Teresa Crow, somebody Davis, I'm so sorry, got cut off. Caitlin Edwards, Susan Malsum, Leslie Gibbons, Teresa Crow. Oh, I did say those, so those did get cut off, so sorry. Okay, Jill Peoples, Hannah Peoples, Lita Plank, Catherine Dodd, Alyssa Reed, Catherine Dodd, Marnie Schwartz-Hanley, Jessica Crow, and Joanna Thornsby, Heather Schwartz. So congratulations to all of you.
Wow.
It's a lot of districts and qualification. And you know, districts is the lifeblood of your business. You know, we just have them come in and just help them get to the next level, do it again, you know. And I think, you know, a huge indicator of your success, because, you know, it's hard to get to district. You're a man of one, typically, building your business, and then you find another one. You duplicate yourself and find another district, and then you're on your way to area. So congratulations. So the area managers in qualification have done just that. And so Judy Stoll, sponsored by Robinette Duran, and I think that's it. That's all I had for the area managers and qualification. So congratulations to Judy Stoll. That is awesome. And that is all I have for recognition at this time. Thank you very much.
Woo, thank you, you guys. Congratulations, everyone. Wow. That means we're going to have a lot going on next month when we get together. So, and we're near our end of time with each other. So as we close out this call, I hope that these nuggets that everyone shared with you tonight have helped you. I know they've helped me. And that you'll take them and you'll put them into action, right? It's all about the action. So bottom line, there's one action that drives all growth in our business. And that is, and Tami Ray said it, bringing people into a positive relationship with Arbonne. That's what we get paid for. That is all we get paid for, bringing people into a positive relationship with Arbonne, inviting them to take a look, telling the Arbonne story to 30 or more new people a month consistently, and then showing others how to do it. And having fun, you guys. And then we really want to focus on getting 10 people into our monthly clean eating and healthy living groups. What a commotion you can build for your team. People are going all the way to region through these healthy living groups. It's just a great on-ramp to booking group get-togethers. And we want to focus on sponsoring PCs and consultants with a minimum of 150 order so that they're getting their best deal. The free shipping, the opportunity to get a free product with their next qualifying order of 150 in the next 60 days. You guys, these are great benefits that come along by being a 150 qualifying volume preferred client. Benefits for them and benefits for you. And especially, I hope you're listening, Born to Win region, because we need to come up with 100% and beat all these other regions out. We did good this month at 90. We came up, but come on. We're in a competition, and you guys, I am a competitor. I'm with all these other great leaders, and we got to show them up. Come on. We got to be in the game with them, right, Karen? That's right. So anyway, you can do all that by focusing, you guys, on our minimum basic brick, the 2,500 building brick, each consultant, every one of us. That is my goal every month, to get to 2,500. Do I do it every month? No. And bring in 5 new people, PCs or consultants. But guess what? That's our awesome goal. Awesome goal. That's what we go for. And if you consistently do these things, you're going to grow your business, grow your team, and grow your paycheck. And we all want all of those, right? So I want to end with a special quote by Zig Ziglar. And I think, Rita Otto, you had this on your page, and I just love it. Life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. Did you guys know that if you see love in others, it's because you have love in you? And I want us to learn to magnify our own love. The greatest joy in life is giving, and that's what we do in this business. And there's only one thing that you can give that others need, and every one of us can give us this: our love, your joy, your positivity, your excitement, your gratitude, and your passion. You guys, let's focus on these things. I want to focus on these things while we're here on earth. Every time we choose the positive, every time we choose to feel good, to be happy, to be excited, to be grateful, to be thankful in all things, we are giving love. And with love, we can light up the world. We're really here to light up the world. Arbonne's our vehicle, one of our vehicles to light up the world. So let's go light up the world, you guys, together. Thank you to all of you who trained on the call tonight. Oh my gosh, you are magnificent. I truly love you. And for those of you who showed up to be with us, we all love you too. So good night and God bless you. And we'll see you next month, either on Zoom or in person. So thank you, Karen, for taking care of this call. And goodbye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Unmute yourself and say goodbye. We want to hear all the goodbyes.
See you at GTC.
It was awesome.
Bye. Can't wait for
Good night,
GTC.
everybody.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to
Good
see
night.
you.
You're at GTC.